WUB Network, America's sports leader, is proud to present the Progressive Cup Series. We are here to open up the 2018-19 season Daytona 500 front row qualifying, and it's even more exciting. I'm Eddie Kalecki, joined by Tony Stewart, former driver, former owner, now a broadcaster here. Great to be joined by you, Tony. Well, thank you very much. It's going to be fun to watch qualifying. Obviously, as many have heard, I sold my stake in Stenhouse Racing to Marshawn McDowell, great guy. So now I'm going to be broadcasting with you guys for a few races this season, and I'm here for qualifying. Yep, me, Tony, and then Trip McGinnis will be down on pit road throughout qualifying. 44 cars, 8 are not locked in, and the format's pretty simple. Front row is guaranteed. The top guy gets 7 points, second place gets 6 points, then everybody else enters the duels. A lot of guys were fast in practice, but nobody faster than Austin Dillon here in this pack. He got down quite the lap. That's the fast 6. Yeah, you see a lot of RCR guys. Chase Elliott's good, and the rookie William Byron, they're going to be fun. Let's send it down to Trip McGinnis, who's with one of the slower guys.
Down here in the Daytona infield here with Jimmy Johnson, 7-time champ, only 35th in practice. Jimmy, what you got to do to get faster in qualifying?
Well, I'm glad it's single car because I had some incidents with the 67 to 83. Some guys who aren't really experienced in the high banks, so I just gotta hope I can get a good single car run, and we need more people like you on the track trip. Well, I don't think I'm coming back anytime soon, but Jimmy, good luck in qualifying. Thank you. Back to the booth.
Well, that's Trip for you. I can't wait to be working with him this season. Anyway, first guy on the track is Patrick Sheltra. Yeah, you know, Patrick Sheltra, Beard Motorsports, he got some opportunities in ARCA. It's his first Cup start, trying to get it. Stinks to see him unsponsored, but hopefully he can get a good run in. Right now, not tracking very well compared to the practice speed single car, only a 1667. Here's Cole Witt for BK Racing. Yeah, now this is a very interesting situation because this team had 2 charters last year. Actually, just 1 charter, but they gave away that charter, and now they're running 2 cars that both have to race their way in. Cole Witt, Brett Moffitt, both talented drivers. And what a lap from Witt, 1569. You know, that could actually sustain to be a decent lap. Here's DJ Kennington, an interesting story about him for Gaunt Brothers Racing. He is driving with the hood for the Humboldt Broncos, that hockey team that unfortunately a lot of their players were killed and injured in that bus accident. He's honoring them. Yep, in the Canadian 1648. Fourth guy on the track, that's Garrett Smithley for Rick Ware Racing. Yep, Smithley made 5 starts last season. Didn't really do much, but hoping that a full-time campaign in this 51 team can be good. He's going pretty fast. Oh, there he goes. Hard in the wall, the 51 of Smithley. Red flag's going to come out. I saw that coming. He drove it too hard into turns 1 and 2, and then, bam. Good to see him out of the car. We're going to take a look at a replay of this wreck. Yeah, something broke, and he slammed the outside wall. Good. It's actually pretty good that he headed right for the grass to slow him down, but yeah, that's what happens. Well, Garrett Smithley with a hard crash. When we come back, Jimmy Johnson, Clint Boyer, and others coming to the track, and we'll see Dale Jr. soon. There's your qualifying order so far.
Drivers, start your engines!
Welcome back to Daytona 500 qualifying. Reed Sorensen just turned the 4th fastest lap, a go homer. This man is not. KJ Johnson, a former Ganassi development driver, 2nd fastest in his 77, replacing Eric Jones there. Here's Brett Moffitt trying to unseat his teammate at the top of the board. Nice turns 1 and 2, and you know, I've always liked him as a driver. He's very talented. It's nice to see him in a cup ride, and he's tracking well. Yes, he is, Tony. Top of the board, Brett Moffitt. Nice lap there. Let's send it to Trip McGinnis.
Well, guys, I'm down here with Garrett Smithley, checked out of the infield care center and released just fine. Garrett, tell us what happened.
Well, I don't really know. I mean, Scott told us we were tracking really well. He said I was running a 1556, which would have been right up there with the BK guys. And then something happened, something broke, we just slammed the wall. Stinks for us, but remember, we get so many other opportunities. We get the duel. We just got to finish 4th out of 8 guys, and then we can get into the race. We got good parts. This Bubba Burger Clemson University Chevy is a great car. All right, well, Garrett Smithley, frustrated but optimistic. Back to the booth.
Good to see Garrett's all right. JTG driver Chris Buescher just meant to second in the charts. And here is our new onboard camera riding at Clint Boyer. Yep, one of my drivers that I brought in at Stewart Haas when it was Stewart Haas. You know, I always had a lot of promise with him, but I like this onboard though. It's a nice onboard, much smoother than last year. And he's also tracking a decent lap. Let's see. 5th fastest. He could have done better. Yeah, but I think this guy's going to be good. As you know, he said why he was slow in practice, it was the other cars getting in his way. And he is fast right now. Yep, 7-time champ Jimmie Johnson looking to set the record with his 8th title. Here he comes to the line, and that's going to be fastest, a 15.4. There's a look at your top 5. A lot of fast cars. AJ Allmendinger in the 47, he's going to be coming up next. Continuing qualifying here in the Daytona 500 here in the Progressive Cup Series. AJ Allmendinger on the track for JTG Daugherty Racing. Similar paint scheme from last year. We know he's a road course driver, but he's turned into a much better plate racer. Solid run through the corner, but not that much speed. 4th fastest for Dinger, a 15.62. Here's Tyler Reddick driving the number 30. One of the go-or-go homers. Goody gumdrop on the hood. Yeah, Jerry Mystery, a good driver, but now he started this team. Greg Alding, Tyler Reddick. I think they'll be good. Reddick flying, a little hesitation through turn 4, a little slower across the line, but still 5th fastest. Here's Casey Kane now. Yeah, Casey Kane, Cobalt, Vineyard Vines on the hood for Levine Family Racing. Big step up for this team from Michael McDowell, who's moved on to front row. And Casey flying around. This should be good. How about top of the board for Casey Kane? What a lap from Casey. Nice job, but a lot of fast cars, including this one. Joey Logano, he won the 2016 NPCS Daytona 500. We'll probably have a highlight of that at some point, but he beat out Jimmie Johnson and Dale Jr. on the last lap. As Penske goes for 3 straight 500s, Joey Logano, solid lap, 3rd fastest. Yeah, but you know, Hendrick Motorsports, they're always good in these races. Alex Bowman coming across in the 88. Yeah, Tony, what's your take on Bowman? Well, I mean, oh! Wow, that was quite the save. That shows the sure hands he has, but that's going to hurt his lap. Still 6th fastest. The fact that he ran a 15.59 there when making that crazy save, I mean, we got to watch that again because that kind of goes into what I say about him as you're looking at the board. Casey Kane with the 15.42 as fastest. 3 guys have gotten 15.4s, but let's roll the tape here and watch Alex Bowman. Slides, but adjusts, knows that takes a lot of skill. Knowing you're headed for the wall and being able to hold on to that car, very impressive. Paul Menard just ran a lap that was 4th fastest as Eric Jones now, the Daytona 500 pole winner from last season, now driving the 20. You'd think his chances would be raised a little bit now driving better equipment. I'm not going to say Furniture Row's bad equipment, but obviously you're driving for JGR. They ran well here last year. But only 8th fastest. Yeah, he had a bad run through turns 1 and 2. Here's Ricky Stenhouse Jr. He won the last plate race. Obviously had a chance at the title last season, but lost it in heartbreaking fashion in that wreck with Ryan Newman at Charlotte. He's coming across with a solid lap. How about top of the board, Ricky Stenhouse? Nice job by Ricky there. Here's Denny Hamlin, another factor. Ran up front late in last season's Daytona 500, but Brad Keselowski bested him. Yeah, and let's see. He takes that good arc through 3 and 4. This should be a good lap. A little hesitation coming to the line, though. 7th fastest. And here is Danica Patrick, one of the ones we wanted to watch. Her final start driving the 29 for TriStar that Alexandra Estrada will drive for the other 24 races this season. She comes down the back stretch, comes through 3 and 4, a little loose. Yeah, she just didn't have the speed there. 17th, Danica Patrick. Lucky. I mean, she's not in a terrible spot, but we know she has a lot of speed in that car. So you look there, Ricky Stenhouse fastest, as we'll take a break. When we come back, Dale Jr. and others on the way to qualify here on WUB Network. Welcome back to Daytona 500 qualifying. Matt DiBenedetto just put himself 10th fastest on the grid. Daniel Suarez 6th fastest. Yeah, both of them were flying around this track. Next on the track here is Eric Almirola, now driving for McDowell Haas Racing. Yeah, that was the last move I made before I sold my stake to Marshall McDowell with this team. And Eric Almirola, he's a very good driver. Struggled last season, but I think he can turn it around this year. Solid lap for Almirola. He goes to 9th on the board. Jamie Rockwell, 7th Cup season now, hard to believe. Yeah, I feel like he's still a young kid. I remember racing him at Las Vegas in 2012, him beating me and Jimmy Johnson in that race. And he's flying right here. Great lap from Jamie Rockwell, top of the board, 1530s. And now here's Bubba Wallace, 2 career NPCS starts, battling for the Rookie of the Year. Yep, he's replacing Almirola. That team moves to a Chevy. He's a very good driver, and he is flying. What a lap from Bubba Wallace, 15:12. That was incredible. I don't know how he was able to do that, but he's definitely got a shot. David Reagan ran really well in all 4 plate races last season. A little bit of a bobble in turn 3 right there. Ooh, and out of turn 4. This isn't going to be a great lap for David. Reagan 16th. Let's send it to Tripp.
I'm down here with Bubba Wallace, currently the fastest man at the World's Center of Racing. Bubba, how'd you run that lap? A 15:12.
Well, I'll tell you, Tripp, I'd tell you if I knew. I mean, we just have a really good 43 cards, great working with Richard Petty. I can't believe we ran a 15:12. It's just amazing.
Well, talking to your crew, do you think the time can hold up?
Well, I don't know. I mean, still a lot of fast cars, still like 17, 18 still to qualify, so just gotta hope for the best, but, I mean, we're 2/10 clear right now. I think we got a chance.
Well, thanks for talking to us, Bubba. Good luck in getting the pole.
I love seeing the old Bubster so excited. Yep, 19th fastest Ty Dillon is in an allied car with him, and his Twisted Tea Chevy did not run too well. Dale Earnhardt Jr. here he is, Junebug, final start in the Progressive Cup Series. A storied career, won the last time we were here at Daytona, and he's flying. I love that Thanks Dale car, a throwback to his old days, and 3rd fastest, nice lap. Here's Kyle Busch in the 18, finished runner-up, heartbreaking fashion in that tough battle with Kyle Larson in the season finale. Yeah, and you know, for any driver who really wants a good season, he's that guy. 2nd fastest for Kyle Busch.
I'm down here with the Junebug, Dale Earnhardt Jr., who ran a fantastic qualifying lap, sitting up right now up there in the top 5. Dale, how'd you do it?
Well, it's the same thing I've been doing for 20 years, you know. Just running really well at this track. I want to win this race. I'm just excited to get racing. But now I want to ask you, you don't want to be starting at the back. You don't want to risk yourself maybe not finishing the race. Are you going to go full throttle in the duel? Of course, I've been going like that for 20 years. I'm not going to stop. Well, Dale Jr. is going to go hard in the duel, and you can expect him to go hard in the Daytona 500.
This is so exciting for Dale Jr. making his final start. I mean, he's got a good car, and you see him right there 4th fastest. But Bubba and Kyle Busch have been so much faster than anybody else. Be interesting to see if any of these other cars will get into the nitty-gritty if they can get up there. So Michael McDowell, 20th fastest. Brad Keselowski won this race last season, held off Denny Hamlin and Joey Logano in that final lap. And he's running pretty well here. Oh, a little bobble through turn 4. Yeah, that car really wiggling. 6th fastest, though. Good lap for him. Here's Jamie McMurray in an all-new McDonald's paint scheme. Yeah, I like that new paint scheme with the black. He's going to be running that most of the time. He's also going to be running his Mac Tonight paint scheme in a couple Sesto races as he comes through turns 3 and 4. Oh, big bobble through turn 4. Seen a lot of guys been getting loose. 10th fastest, but you've seen Bowman, saw David Reagan, now McMurray coming off of turn 4. It's just a slick spot in the track, I guess. Matt Kenseth on the track, 11th fastest in practice. Kenseth coming through, driving the 6 car back with Roush, the organization he spent his longest time with, 18th fastest. Here's Martin Truex Jr., man, a New Jersey product, driving for Furniture Row Racing in an all-new paint scheme. Yeah, and Martin Truex Jr., disappointing last season, only won 1 race. I think we expected a little more. Oh, man, what a save. Martin Truex Jr. nearly spun out there. He hangs on to it. And here is the defending champ, Kyle Larson.
Larson won that race, finished second rather at Charlotte to win the title, won 4 races during the season. Yep, and he's motivated to try to do it again in that Credit One car. As Larson 4th fastest, here we go once again. Bubba and Busch far ahead, then it's Rockwell, Larson, Jr., Stenhouse. Got 8 still to qualify. Kurt Busch just went. He's 9th fastest, so make it 7 more to qualify. Harvick, Blaney, Elliott, Newman, Castle, Byron, and Austin Dillon. Kevin Harvick already a little bobble through turn 1. Yeah, Kevin Harvick does decent at the plate tracks, but they're not his strong suit. Last season, finished 3rd in the standings, solid year, but wasn't really a factor in the plate races. 9th fastest for Harvick. Here's Ryan Blaney, and he'll be easily spotted on the track this season. That spotter's got the easiest job. Here he comes down the back straightaway. Ryan Blaney, first race with Team Penske after a solid year last year with the Wood Brothers, including an all-star race victory. He's 3rd fastest. Nice lap for Blaney. And here is Chase Elliott. Finally broke through after choking so many times. He finally won last season in the finale at Charlotte. Would love to go back-to-back here at Daytona, and he's got a nice lap going. Not going to be top of the board, but 7th fastest, right there with Dale Jr., pretty nice lap. The final 4 to qualify. Ryan Newman, one of those speedy Childress Chevys that was up there in practice. Newman won the 2012 NPCS Daytona 500 over Trip McGinnis, Kurt Busch, and he comes across the line 22nd. Not a great lap. Trouble for Landon Castle. Yeah, they just reported that he's got a problem with the car, so he's not going to qualify, so he'll just go to the back, and he'll start at the back in his duel. Lucky that he's got the charter. And here is the rookie hotshot, William Byron. People talk about Bubba, but let's not forget about William Byron. 20 years old, good season last year in Xfinity, now driving that 24 car as he comes through turns 3 and 4. Decent lap for Byron, 18th. And now the last car, Austin Dillon in the 3. Can he dethrone Bubba Wallace, or will Bubba get the pole? Looking good down the backstretch, right there on the line with Bubba. Let's see what he can do through turn 3. Ooh, that was a nice drift through turn 4. And Austin Dillon's got it. Austin Dillon, the pole sitter for the 2018-19 Daytona 500 with a 15.06 over Bubba Wallace, then Kyle Busch, Ryan Blaney, Jamie Rockwell, the top 5. And there it is, your front row. Austin Dillon gets 7 points, Bubba 6, Trips with the pole winner. I'm down here with the Daytona 500 pole winner, Austin Dillon, first pole since last season at Martinsville. Austin, how does it feel? Well, it's so cool just hearing that said, because I knew we were good in practice, but I thought we were just good in the draft. But now we're in front. We almost won here back midway through last season. It was just really fun. I just really enjoyed this car, and I can't wait to race in the Daytona 500 and try to get a win. Well, Austin Dillon excited. He gets to slap on that nice little sticker on his Dow Coca-Cola Chevy as the pole winner for the Daytona 500. Thank you, Trip, and there's your Duel 1 starting lineup. Tony, what stands out to you? Well, Austin Dillon's going to be fast, Kyle Busch. This one's got Dale Jr., Logano. Truex trying to come from the back after his miscue in qualifying. It'll be interesting to see. Then following that, we'll have Duel number 2. What you like? Well, the best friends, Bubba and Blaney up front. We'll see if they work together. Chase Elliott, Keselowski, Harvick, Larson. A lot of good drivers in this one as well. Well, that'll be coming up soon. We got the Daytona Derby on the way next week. That'll be the preseason tune-up, and then we'll have highlights of the duels, followed by the Flex Seal Series Daytona race, and the Daytona 500. We hope you enjoyed. For Trip McGinnis, Tony Stewart, I'm Anik Legge signing off. We'll see you next time on WUB Network, America's sports leader.